Oh, it is Apostle Jaje Ali. And yo, life is a trip, right? I have so much to talk about, but I just wanted to check in with y'all and talk about what really matters, right? And I've been taking it slow because we are really in civil unrest. And I've been noticing this for a while now, but now it's so apparent, especially my life in the last 4 years. They've really been amping up on the injustice and civil disparities, including our own people. I've really been trying to get my thoughts together because I want to make more of my videos very articulate, and I want everything that I say to be backed by the Bible. Backed by the Bible. Like, we need to get back to the Bible. It's almost a shame how we've been brainwashed not to read it because it really is a guidebook on how to live. And if you don't have a guidebook on how to live, life is tough. You end up going through a lot of things the hard way when there is a book that everyone can agree on that is morally backed, and it's almost amazing. And I've been just in tears because of how we are under a strong delusion, which says in the Bible so many times, like in the last days of an era, people will be in a strong delusion. And um the way this country is set up, we are set up for failure, and we're set up to be delusional, and not in a good way. It's almost scary. And not almost, it's scary. So the only people I have real grace on is my own people. Everyone else, y'all knew who we was. Y'all knew that we came from Israel and that we were already here before y'all got here. So anyway, I want to talk about all the disparities that I've been through in these last 4 years, which has been crazy because it's been back to back, and it's been my own family. It's been my baby father's family and himself. Um, nobody to advocate for me under really crazy allegations that I should no brainer be able to win in court. But when the polices are paid off, the judges are paid off, and the lawyers are paid off, I'm not going to waste my time acting like I don't know that. um so I have to take it slow and email black organizations, which you never know with these black organizations. Shout out to Black Lives Matter, who did fund me when I was in Phoenix. Shout out to y'all. I love y'all so much for that because they really did not hesitate to send me a cash app. So what's up with these churches? I don't know. If Black Lives Matter can send a cash app, so can y'all, to be able to fund me getting my construction business back on track, which is another topic. I will be doing a video exposing that man's name. I will be showing y'all when I get my phone back on, which should be really soon. Which I hopefully in the next couple of days. Um, I will be calling that man and seeing what he says about paying me my money, and it's not gonna be a threat, it's gonna be a promise, Tim Wright. I'm not giving up. It's too much going on, and a lot of our people are very ignorant. And at this point, you got to let it go. It says in the Bible, if you do not let it go, you will go under with them. And I've been stripped of everything I have, trying to get people on board for the last 13 years, y'all. Your girl has been a hood politic for 13 years. It's gonna be amazing when I really pop out on niggas because um I know so many people, or so many people. I know so many people will remember me because I've been wearing this for 13 years. I've been wearing my bindi for 13 years. I lived in Los Angeles. I lived in Houston. I lived in Knoxville. I lived in Miami. I lived in St. Petersburg. I lived in Atlanta. I lived in almost all of these places. I lived at least a year to 2 years or more. And I think people are going to remember me. So when I really pop out, because I know who I am. The last year, I made sure that I have no distractions on who I am, so people cannot confuse me. Because in these last days, a lot of the anointed people like me and myself will not have people to back you up. It says that in the Bible. People all the time that are closest to me try to get me to forget what I just went through. Like, hold on, pause. You are not there. And I remember exactly who I am. And this is why God um made me go on this sabbatical or this isolation period, so that people can't come into my life and tell me I'm this and I'm that. It says in the Bible, don't judge me from my past, but the second death, judge me on the second death. And we are on the second death, baby. A lot of y'all gonna die. I'm telling you, a lot of y'all, like when I went back to Atlanta and I realized everybody's pretty much the same in the same mindset and not really worried about the political climate of everything. I have three babies that I love dearly. I don't have time to play anymore. It says in the Quran, you nobody should be stealing from you. Nobody should be lying to you. Nobody should be hurting you without real consequence. And so I try to keep my distance from everybody, even still. And it hurts. It hurts that a lot of my people that I love dearly will not make it. They're not gonna make it because they're way too oblivious on what's going on. They're still trying to, you know, pretend like everything's okay. I've been really and it says the enemies will be in your household in the Bible. So of course that's what's going on with me. Anybody close to me, they seem like they got a lot to say, but I'm looking at the ship they own. I'm like, oop, I'm on the lifeboat already. I'm already on dry land, baby. That's how much I've researched what's going on politically, economically, socially. I'm telling you, I've studied this for 13 years. I'm really an adult in this world. Like I'm looking to make my mark. I'm looking to make an impact on this um crash and burn of a economy of a country. We don't see that the government has already left the building. Baby, let me tell you, the police are overwhelmed. I'm not worried about them getting this truck, babe. Like I told my ex business partner, like if you just stick to the course, but of course people don't know how to play their role to see the fruits of their labor. And I have been spending time reflecting on letting that go. It just hurts so much because when you read the Bible, it tells you exactly what you're going to go through. Like, if you're going to go through a phase of righteousness and you don't want to reincarnate and you want to just do the right thing so you don't come back to this bitch, it tells you exactly what you're going to go through when you stand away from the crowd, when you don't have a mind, a beehive mindset, a hive mentality, when you stray away from the social norms. So this has been, I mean, stars are born and not made. Baby, I was born this way. I was born to be a leader. I was born to make sure that I break this generational curse of my kids going through what they're going through, and even now. The only reason why my kids aren't going through what I'm going through is because they are born by me, or this would be a hell of a fucking, like, I heard something happen to my son. Nobody wants to lay claim on the fact that if they weren't too busy sabotaging me and hating on me, that wouldn't have happened to my son. And when I realized that something happened to my son 13 on the microwave, which is a female number, but anyways, I realized, like, oh, no, 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 we're not gonna do this. We're not playing with me no more. I'm not playing with me no more. Like, I have to separate myself from things that might put me in jail because um I'm not playing gaslight Jade and, do what you think you're gonna do. Like, people in my past, I'm just not having it. And because in the Quran you're not supposed to have it. Eye for eye, tooth for a tooth. You can be delusional, manipulative as you want to be, but the truth still stands. And God knows the truth. And all I had to do is let it go. Baby, let it go. So stay tuned. I should be getting my phone on. So the reason why I can't really do anything now is because I can only go 10 minutes, and I would hate to cut my message off early when I'm trying to explain exactly what we're going to be researching. And I can't wait till I'm a part of this movement, because it's a movement going on. We're in war, y'all. Wake up.